Hi guys, how's everyone? Back with you again. I just want to share this time just some visions that I received the other day. So I'll just go straight into it. So on the 30th June 2020, I was down by the river and I was just praying, and I started to hear words and to see some visions. It's funny actually, because when I was seeing it, it was like a picture would come into view, and then it was like water, do you know, where someone would just shake the pond and it would get blurry and I couldn't see it, and then another picture would come up and then the pond would get blurry and I wouldn't be able to see it. So that's kind of the way I was receiving these visions from the Holy Spirit, you know. So anyway, they were all visions, okay. So there were visions in prayer, in my prayer time. So praying, I was hearing words and seeing visions. Fine. Firstly, I was seeing very large gatherings of Luciferians. So I was seeing people in long robes and pointed, unusual types of hoods. They were not all black. Some of them were, I think, mixed black and white, you know, and they had kind of these very kind of hoods that came in like this, you know. Let me see. So I was seeing large collections of them, like a ceremony or something, or a conference or something of that nature. But something special seemed to be going on, and I knew that this was something unusual. There was hundreds, probably thousands of them. Okay, so that was my first vision, and then it changed, and I saw aerial views of different territories in the United States. The two words I believe were given to me was Wisconsin and the Mississippi. Now I saw the coastline with many inlets and small islands. It was like a basin, unusual landscape. So I believe what it was is a delta. I just didn't know the word to describe what I was seeing, right? I've seen this in one of my other visions as well, so I believe there's a confirmation here. So I believe it was in the south, okay? And it's where the soldiers will enter in. So I felt that the Chinese soldiers will enter in there. And I felt I was seeing their radar. I was looking from their radar. And I was seeing little red squares. So I was seeing little red squares all along, you know, on their maps, on the map, you know, that's what I was seeing. So then I saw that left, and then I saw Midwest Plains, and they had loads of various fields, and they looked like a mini Ireland. They looked like Ireland patchwork green, you know. Um, so I was seeing an aerial view, and again I think I was seeing this from their radar, the enemy's radar. Then I was seeing very ornamental buildings, and I felt Mayan came to mind, and they were different. I was seeing different eras of of different idolatrous religions. So I was just seeing different pictures of different temples and different eras and different how would you say, populations. Even like the Mayan population was definitely a word that came as I was seeing images and ornamental kind of stonework and carvings and all this kind of stuff. So I've seen all this, and then the Lord said to me that there was a false Christendom. So I was seeing false religion first, right? And then he told me there's a false Christendom and he's tearing it down. And then I saw the cathedral in Rome, the papacy cathedral, and there was many dark magic arts going on and dark mysteries and intrigue. And God was referring to this as false Christendom also. There was a false Christendom. And he said that he is separating the false from the true. And then I saw a vision of hell, right? So those pictures went, and then I saw this flame, this huge red flame just coming up, and it was very big. It was a huge, violent flame of fire, and there was a creature in the fire. And then I saw the mouth of hell. So I didn't know this, but hell has a mouth, right? And I saw this mouth, and it was opening and closing. And hell appeared to be alive, right? Like a living being. And I felt the heaving of its breath, you know, it just seemed to have a breath, you know. It was heaving up and down. So like it was breathing. And I heard the word destination from the Lord. And I knew that what he was saying was this is the destination of all false religion, including false Christendom. Yeah, so that's what he was showing me. All false religion is going to end up in this place in hell, right? This is what God was showing me. I forgot to mention that earlier, and I wrote it down here afterwards, that I also saw like a muddy lake, and I actually believe, again, it's down the south of America, near New Orleans, because I didn't realize that it would be kind of because it was a muddy color, and I wasn't sure whether it was a lake or the ocean, but I knew it was on a coastline. So I believe what I was seeing was New Orleans, because I looked on the maps when I was checking out these territories that I had seen. So and I saw what appeared to be like a torpedo, or like a missile, and it was coming up from under the water, because I could see the bubbles coming, and then it kind of shot up out of the water. Okay, so that's what I saw as well. I wanted to mention that because I forgot about that bit. Yeah, so the message basically that I received was that America, you are under their radar. Their strategic plans are in place. The destination is hell for all those who follow false religion, including false Christendom. So, Jesus Christ is the only escape from destruction. God is calling pastors and churches to fast and pray. He told me to tell them, and I felt the Lord say that. Tell pastors and the churches, leaders, to fast and pray. The churches themselves, fast and pray. Now, at the very end of all this, I saw another vision, but I didn't know what it was. So I didn't write it down because I didn't understand what it was, but I came across it later, just kind of by accident or God incident, right? So I'd seen this circular thing and I didn't know what it was, right? And then I recognized what it was because I saw it as I was looking at the territories, right? And it was the Kilauea, Caldera, just trying to think of the word, Caldera, right? But when I was seeing it in my vision, I saw it really red hot, I saw it orange, but it was exactly that. It was a caldera. That's what I was seeing. It was like a big bubbly, a big massive mound kind of thing, but it was really red hot, kind of rising up. I could see it rising up. That's what I saw. That was the last vision I saw. And that was the vision. I don't know whether it is relevant, but at that point in time, I had been asking the Lord, is there going to be another judgment before the war starts? Because I was kind of feeling, that it's better for people to be woken up by a judgment like from the Lord rather than be completely overrun with war. Because once the war happens, it's finished, Anyway, so I just got that vision, so I think that's related to it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I got, folks. It's startling what's going on right now. Very, very startling, especially as we're seeing all these prophecies begin to be fulfilled. The Lord's been warning us for quite some time. I know myself, I've had visions and dreams and words from the Holy Spirit, starting from just before President Trump came into reign in October 2016. And I'm now seeing them, they're being fulfilled. We're seeing them fulfilled. The insurrections happened. The shutdowns happened. I've had a couple of videos about the shutdown. And the next thing, I've videos following that, and I have also, videos talking about the alliance between China and Russia that's been going on behind the scenes. And then, of course, this, Luciferian plan, this New World Order plan that's being pushed into motion and into effect. So a lot of things going on. I think we all know that we need to continue to be vigilant in prayer, and just let's thank God for his mercy that he's revealing these things to us before they happen, so that we are prepared. For most of the Christians, especially those who are in the prophetic fields, you're prepared because you've been listening to the warnings, but much of the churches have not been listening. So it's going to be an awful shock for people who haven't been listening, you know. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you, everybody. Please keep me in your prayers, and as I'll keep you in my prayers also. And I'll come back when I have something else to release. God bless you all. Bye.